Hi, friends. Kathy, and welcome to It's in the Cards Divination. So, this is it. We're going into a new year, 2024. And I had taken out my pad of paper and I was going to sit down and start writing up some ideas and things that I could work on this year. And like most of us, we also have New Year's resolutions that we come up with. So you're thinking, why would somebody with all these cards, and then there's more, as you know, need to be writing it down? Even people that read cards and are psychic and receive psychic messages still need to put it on paper, although this is rather old fashioned, isn't it? So, what's coming for me? And that's what I have been working on, but this is about what's coming for you this year. So, let's put the paper aside and we're going to look at a pick a pile reading for you. We're going to have three choices, as I usually do. And we're going to focus first on finances and career, then on relationships of any kind, not just love relationships, but also our friends, and which we hope you love them. But any type of relationship, it could be a relationship with you, as well as finally our family. And if you stay tuned and listen to the reading to the end, I have a special message from your guides and angels about the upcoming year for you that you should be more paying attention to overall, okay, in a general sense. So I would encourage you to listen to the end of the reading for that. Now, if you would like and you haven't done so already, could you please subscribe to my channel? Click on the like button and or the bell to receive future notices that more videos are coming and or leave a comment in the comment field about what resonated, what didn't. And as I always say, if it doesn't fit into what it sounds like is going on, don't make it. Let it go. We don't need to be focused on that. Take only what serves you. So, as I do with all my pick a pile readings, you will pause this video and you will go down into the description box below and choose pile one, pile two, or pile three for 2024 and listen to the reading. If that resonates, if it doesn't, you can listen to all of them and take what you feel speaks to you, my friends. Okay. So we're going to look at the year coming up. Next week, we'll be back with our usual weekly predictions or other subjects that we'll be covering off, okay, here on my channel. And for those of you that have subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I love seeing you every week. And hopefully, maybe in the coming new year, we'll see what I can do. I'm going to be working on this and see if we can do some other things. All right, my friends. So, are you ready to find out what potentially is coming for you in those areas for 2024? Then I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Well, hi, Pile One, and welcome to your 2024 prediction reading. So, we're going to focus, as I mentioned, on the three areas of first, finances, career, second, love interests, relationships of all kinds, and three, we're going to have our family. Let's see what's coming this year. Could we expect? And if there is something negative, maybe we can delve further to see how we can handle it. All right. And then finally, stay tuned to the end of this reading, and you will receive a special message from your guides and angels on advice for this coming year. Okay? All right, let's get started, my friends. Pile one. Let's look at first your career and finances for this year. Of course, this is a very generic general reading overall. But we'll try to see if any messages come through that are very specific for some people. Let us see. Oh, see, it doesn't want to go in. That's what it's telling me. We're done. Okay, let's deal these cards. Career and finances. What can you expect for 2024, pile one? Okay, first of all, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And finally, Four of Cups, two fours. Upright. Okay. Let me turn off my vibration on my phone. So you don't have to fear this, my friends. Okay. Okay. So what I see for you, for most of you this year, there's a focus this year on perhaps being a little bit, this is a negative, a little bit less secure with your job and or finances this year. In this case, it is referring at this point to your finances. So whatever your situation is with work, it appears that there could be, for some of you, a time of difficulty with the money. In other words, it looks to me like you've probably ignored some opportunities that came your way last year or recently, and you now have to tighten your spending. Okay. Whether that was a job situation you ignored, this is coming up this year. This is the overall feeling about this year. And it doesn't mean the whole year is necessarily going to be like this. This is just what is the main overall energy and feeling about it. Okay. So, with respect to your job, your career situation, your finances, I feel, and there's also a feeling this year of ho hum for some of you. It's like same old, same old. I'm bored. I'm just not feeling it anymore in your job, your career situation. Maybe it's not giving you enough money. And I feel like the overall energy for most of you is this year, you feel like that part of your life is out of control, that you're not able, you're trying so hard to keep things controlled in going forward in 2024 that it's just, and it's not going to work. Okay. There is that feeling of that energy around it is of trying to hold on, but it's not, it won't work for you. There's an essence of, as I say, a missed opportunity here. Somebody maybe offered you a job that maybe didn't sound that great and will be this year. You may even this year, this could happen to you. You may be offered, this is the predictive stance. You're being offered a position, but you're ignoring it. You see this? How she's completely ignoring. Let me put that up a little closer. She's ignoring what's being given to her. Okay. And because the Four of Pentacles is in the reverse, it does show me that financially, then things are not going to improve for you. I feel too, as I said, there's also this essence and energy around being just blah, meh. I guess the meh is the better word about your situation this year financially and your job and or nothing is changing. There's that potential for some of you. It's just kind of going the way it usually goes. Now, for others, it's going to be about feeling like you're doing everything to hold on to what money you do have and job you have. But it's creating this feeling of dissatisfaction in you this year with your job. So we know what we can do to try to make things better. Will you? Okay. It's up to you. This is about the year of trying to, now it's about trying to improve the situation, right? So we're going to pull a, let me see now. Let me see what the advice for this pile one is, because it's a negative situation with respect to your money overall and or jobs. So let's see. What can you do to make this better this year? Oh, it just says it's not the right time, which tells me that there isn't much you can do. Perhaps you're in a situation where you just have to keep things going the way they are, status quo, as they say. In other words, maybe you have a lot of financial responsibilities, or maybe you just don't want to make any changes. Or for someone like me, where the situation is because I'm in retirement, the money's the money, right? You get what you get. It's up to you if you want to get another job to supplement it, you know? So this year, it says not the right time. So in other words, if you were thinking about changing your careers in 2024, it's actually telling you that it isn't the right time. And for those of you, what I'm hearing is that for those of you that missed out on an opportunity or do miss out on an opportunity this year with a job, maybe it's because you just didn't pay enough attention to the posting, maybe maybe you just didn't apply for it. Whatever the situation is, it's okay. Or maybe you just didn't get it. Um, it's telling you it's not the right time, okay? Everything is timing in spirit, as we know. So, better times coming in that regard. Okay, my dears, I'm going to put these back into the deck because we are going to now shuffle. Actually, it's not true. Sorry. I'm going to leave those here. We're going to use a different deck. We'll use a different deck. This is your job, career, finances. If I get more information, I'll share it with you. Now we're going to use this deck for relationships and family. But first, let's look at relationships and the relationships of all kinds, right? It can be friends, it can be acquaintances, it can be lovers, it can be spouses, anything. A relationship with even sometimes it's a relationship with ourselves, right? Okay, let's see what 2024 has in store for you, pal. Fun. Okay. First, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. So, what I'm seeing now that I'm looking at these cards, I feel like this could be a year where somebody's trying to take advantage of you, or you're the type of person that is always trying to people please, whether it's in your home or friends. And it feels because the Queen of Cups in reverse often talks about a situation where we allow people to walk on us. We allow people, we do everything for them, our emotions. We try to make people happy, but it's not a positive for you. And this doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. The queen is just coming through with that energy because Queen of Cups is very loving. So if you're somebody in a relationship this year who's trying to convey your emotions, your love, feelings towards another, it is going to create discord at home in your house. So this generally applies to mostly people who live with someone or have a spouse or roommate, even a very close friend. This seems to be more of a negative this year. There's another scenario I'm hearing. There could be a woman in your life that for those of you, or I shouldn't just say a woman, it could be a male too, that you are seeing this year, that you date this year. So for those of you who are single, someone is coming. Someone is coming if you're not already in a relationship. But unfortunately, I don't feel like it's in your best, highest good. This person could turn out to be a miserable bitch. Just saying. You may not even want any, and this can apply to a man too. Maybe he's one of those moody guys and he's kind of like acting like girly girl, right? And he's just annoying. It's like, suck it up, buddy. It's going to cause some conflict and lack of stability. And even for some of you, there's the potential, if it's a dating situation, it's not going to go any further. It doesn't look like this is someone that's going to stick around for the long term. Or if they do, there could be a period that you're not together, or it just creates discord at home. It's like if you are living together, there's this conflict. So you need to find a way. So we're going to, again, because it's a negative, we're going to look at the advice. What is the advice for this situation for most of you in regards to relationships? If you're not in a relationship at all and you have no intentions this year of getting into a relationship, first of all, let me tell you, there's probably somebody coming anyways, number one. Number two, if this is about just you, the relationship with yourself, for example, it feels to me that in order to for you to have a contented life at home, contented, peaceful environment. You need to break free from always making other people happy. You need to make self happy. You need to focus on self care and doing things. Maybe you need to be a little more assertive about things you want or don't want. And even just down to us making our homes a nicer place to live in. Perhaps this is a year you want to spend more money on decorating or fixing up, and that's fine. But don't do it because you see other people have this, or this. Do it because it's something you enjoy, something you like and you want. And, don't allow people to influence you in this regard. Take care of self, okay? So let's see what the angels' guides advice for this, because it seems to be a negative situation overall with respect to our relationships. And when I say that, obviously the whole year is not going to be bad. It's just that this seems to be something your guides want you to focus on right now. It's coming up in the 2024. So let's see what advice they give you about this situation. All right. Oh, wow. We're going to pull another one because I always find this is kind of a pop but it isn't. Meditation brings answers, and it certainly does. So if you're in a situation with a relationship that you don't know what to do, try the meditation. Let's see what else. Something a little more. And meditation doesn't necessarily have to, let me say this first. Meditation doesn't necessarily have to be full blown meditation. It can refer to spending more time thinking about a situation and really looking into it deeply. Is this what I want? Is this the situation? The pros, the cons, and the benefits and the non-benefits. So that's more too. It doesn't have to be full blown cross-legged on the floor with a candle type thing. This can just be spending in contemplation, thinking very strongly and not in a fear capacity. You have to allow your fears to be able to let go in order to do it. That's the only, I was going to say, caveat I would offer to that. You have to be able to let your fears go in order to make those decisions. All right, let's see what else they have for you about that. Oh, again, so you know what? It's the same thing. Listen to your intuition. So, my friends, if your gut is saying this isn't a good situation, your gut's right. We always know, right? Sometimes we ignore it. We ignore that little voice because maybe this person looks pretty good physically, maybe they're fun, they're engaging. And this is really about, even with respect to new dating, I mean, obviously, there's the red flags, right? Okay, so we're going to look at that. So pay attention to your intuition with respect to your relationships of all kinds this year, 2024, especially with respect to a negative situation going forward. If it looks like you're being walked on and treated badly in a situation, pay attention to that red flag and try to do something about it to bring out a more positive ending to that. Okay, I will put these advice cards back. Now we will focus on, let's see, we're going to focus now upon your family situation this year overall. Because let's face it, families sometimes can cause us some, I was going to say grief. Well, that does happen. But it influences how things are. It's how we feel. I mean, if you're fortunate to have a great relationship with your family, that's all the better. Add value to your life, right? And sometimes if they don't, what do we need to do to get through that? Okay. So let's see now. Let's see. What about family for pile one for 2024? All right. I have the Hierophant in the reverse. Okay. And I have the Knight of Cups. Aw, sweetheart. But it's upright, which I really like. So there's somebody in your family, a younger male energy this year, who may offer you some, I want to, their heart's in the right place. They have good intentions towards you. And this could be a cousin, brother, could be a sister even, niece, nephew, perhaps younger. They have They love and care for you very deeply, and their heart's in the right place. Okay. In other words, their intentions are pure. But I feel like for some of you, they might be offering you not good advice about a situation. Okay, maybe it's with the family and what's going on there, because this is an extended family member, like a cousin or a half brother, half sibling, even or sibling. It's like I say, they want the best for you, but it's not going to help you. So this year, maybe we're going to look at the advice that the uh, Oracle card's going to tell us about this situation, but it looks to me like they are the ones who are wanting to help you, but it's not going to help you at all. It's something that you're just not interested. There's also, I'm hearing, this is very specific. There's a family member, somebody in your family this year who I feel is becomes distanced, and this is like I say, very specific. If they are of a belief system, a religion, or some type of situation like that, they are pulling away. This is their year of not really, they're changing their belief system. In other words, there's somebody here who is changing their belief system in your family, and it's going to impact you because it's going to have a bearing on how you see things, okay, with your belief system. And that could be in any area. It doesn't necessarily have to be religion. A belief system that is important to you right now that is going to change over this year, 2024. I'm seeing that. Um, I'm also feeling that there is somebody who potentially in your family is, this could even be you, this could be representing you, who needs to get, even maybe somebody is needing counseling or professional help for something. That's very specific, but I see that, but they're not doing it and they should be doing it. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. It's like, because the Hierophant is in reverse, okay? You can see it's upside down. It's like it's not happening and they should be happening. But on a general basis, I feel it's more about a belief in something that's higher than you, whether it's a belief in God or a belief in a higher power or a belief in your morals and ethics, important things to you. This person is may change your or give you advice about it and lead you into something, a new area. That's not always a bad thing. Okay, so let's just see what the cards, because if the cards are saying let it happen, because it's obviously maybe it's a good thing, maybe our belief system's old, maybe we need to be a little more open to new things out of the box, right? Sometimes that's a good thing. So let us see. It's not always a negative. So let's see what advice they're going to hear. Right. Oh, again, not the right time, not the right time. Okay, this is the advice, not the right time. It may not happen, is what I'm hearing. So, in other words, they may try to, but it may not influence you. So, I feel like, let's say, I'm just using this as an example. If somebody was trying to influence you to join an organization this year in your family, from your family, of course, or they're trying to influence you in some way with respect to your morals, your beliefs, your personal situation, it's not going to happen this year. It's just not the right time for you. It's not something, and I feel like that you already know that. I feel like you already feel it. It's not going to happen. Anyways, and let's just see if there's anything else that they can offer information. Let's see here. Okay, what else? Be assertive. Yeah. So you know what? In this case, it might be a negative, more of a negative situation. If somebody is trying to influence you and it doesn't feel right, don't accept it. Make sure you stand your ground. This is what I'm hearing. Don't allow because it's not the right time. It might be later, another year, another time. So, whatever the situation is for you, my friends, within your family dynamic, um, maybe it's trying to influence you with another family member. Actually, we should pull another card to see what this influence or what they're trying to give you, influencing you or advice about your belief. What is your belief in? More so, right? That's what that says. Eight of Cups. I would say it's potentially about walking away from a relationship, walking away from a job, walking away from the family, walking away. Okay. So there is, and don't allow them to influence you. In other words, if they're trying to tell you, oh, I love you and I only care about you and this is for your best interests, it's like saying this is not the right time for you to be listening to them. Okay. They're like I say, their heart's in the right place. They mean well. So don't allow yourself to be upset with them. They care about you very deeply. It feels like it's not it isn't. It's not the right time this year. So just you don't have to be rude. Just be assertive and say, you know what? It's not for me. All right. Okay, my friends, we have one more special reading to do. Okay, my friends, I'm going to do one last special reading with respect to what your spirits, guides, and angels have for you. What advice, what information do they have for you about the coming year for 2024? All right. What are they trying to tell you? And this is overall, okay? Regardless of all the individual areas we did look at, this is more about what do you need to focus on? What is it that you need to know this year, my friends? All right. The wheel and Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Now I'm going to pull the oracles to see, in conjunction with these two cards, what is it that your guides and angels want you to know for 2024, pile one. Wait, wait. Okay, so what I'm hearing, there's going to be this year overall, if you think things are going well, or there's a situation in your life this year where you feel you're destined for, or maybe it's something that, you know what, things are finally look like they're going well for me. Unfortunately, it's going to, you're not going to be successful at it. And there's always a reason for that. Okay. So it's telling you, wait. In other words, don't jump in and dive into something that looks really good on the surface. You need to spend some time and thinking about it. Okay. So there could be some situations coming up this year. It can be in any area. It could be finances, family, relationships, love, whatever. Just generally. And maybe, it looks really good. It looks like, oh, this is finally my grandfather used to say, my ship has come in. I've got lucky. Something good's finally happening for me. And so if you see situations like that, your guides want you to know that unless you wait to jump in or to do or to get involved with, it's not going to be successful. So there needs to be more work done in order to be successful at whatever it is. So even if it's on a mundane level, maybe there is some investment you've been looking at, maybe some opportunity with, I don't know, maybe this is the year you want to buy a new vehicle, something like that. It's saying that, yeah, in theory, it looks like things are going to go really well for you, but it's not. So there's a certain reason. Now, you have to wait, in other words. And when I see the wait card for me, it usually means you need to spend some time doing more research, okay, about the situation. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but let's see if that is the case as to what is it. Specifically, for most of you, it could be in relation to, right? This is general, I'm afraid, but Six of Pentacles reversed. I feel for most of you, it's in the area of money and jobs. So this year, as I said about investment, it feels like spending money, giving money away, having to pay bills. Yeah, sliding through your fingers, shall we say. Even if you were starting a business and you wanted to invest in the business, it may be a time to do more research and wait, okay? All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed these predictions for 2024, and I look forward to seeing you back next week, Pile One, with our regular weekly predictions. Take care, and I hope you have a happy new year. Bye for now. Pile Two. All right. Predictions for 2024. We're going to first look at careers and finances. What is possibly coming for you in 2024? Remember, there's a negative situation that it's being shown by the cards. It doesn't mean the whole year is crap. Just this is just what they want you to pay attention to. This is what your guides and angels are bringing to your to the forefront. It's an important aspect that you need to pay attention to. All right, let us see. I'm getting the difficult shuffling that tells me to stop there. Okay. Career and finances. What can you expect? Let's see. First card is Knight of Swords in the upright, and the Emperor upright as well. Okay. Some of you, this could be to reflecting an aspect of you getting even a raise, a promotion, more a promotion this year, I'm seeing. This could be the year that you become the boss for some of you. It doesn't have to be a male. This could be a female, just because it's the emperor. For me, I always see this person as being in charge, somebody who is in the upper um, regions. And when the Knight of Swords is with that, there could be even messages about it. You might start hearing things this year, and this is very specific, that there is something coming and you want to move in the right direction. Okay. And that would be up clearly in perhaps a supervisory or boss position. Or you're going to be maybe even, and I'm going to pull another card, may even be overlooking a new group, a new team, whether you're in the same job. Let's see. The Hermit. Okay. I feel like this is the year, it looks to me like you've put in the work. This is more work related than finances, but they do go hand in hand. So for most of you, I feel like you've spent a lot of the last while. Perhaps you've been learning a new skill, learning a new trade. Maybe you've been in school, or maybe you've just been studying. There's This is a change this year, a change into a new capacity. The Emperor brings across stability. There will be stability coming for you with respect to your job, and I feel like it could happen really fast. Often when I see the swords, the Knight of Swords, it could be in that kind of capacity. There's also a knight here. The Knight of Swords is also telling me there could be somebody who will help you get to this position this year, or to be in a better financial situation. It could also be referring to your finances, not just jobs. So if you're not working at this time, it could be that things are going to be improving for you. To now, you've been spending a lot of time learning and trying to figure out what it is you want to do and where you want to go. For some of you, this is a new job altogether. Okay. But overall, the Emperor is a very stable card in the upright for me. It's like this is a good year for you, pile two, financially, overall, and as well career based. But it seems to be focusing on um, career in this case. It's like, how are you going to play this out? Are you going to, it doesn't say necessarily you will, although the Emperor does show the free will is what are we going to do with this? Somebody may even approach you and help you to get this position this year, or to help you stabilize your situation. Could also be somebody you work with um, who has been very helpful for you, if you are reflected as the Knight of Swords in this capacity, but I feel like it's going to go up. So, in other words, this might be you now, 2024, going forward in your job. This could be you at some point in 2024, the Emperor. So, they may be helping whether or not you yourself do it and move into that area. So, it's up to you. In other words, see, he's holding a chess piece. It's like saying, it's your move. What are you going to do with it? Right? Okay. So I'm feeling very much, it's good because there's two major arcana cards. It's an important year for you, pal, too, overall, with respect to career and finances. It's like this is the year that you shining. That's how I see it. You're coming to onto your own. In other words, if it's been crappy for the last while with respect to jobs, and money. I feel like this could be your year where things finally start improving. There's some stability here. It's like all your hard work's going to pay off. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So, having said that, we have a very positive reading with respect to your career. So let me move this over here. We're going to now look at your relationships of all kinds. They can be love, they can be um, friends, relationship with self sometimes, but these are relationship readings. Love, everybody wants to hear about love, marriage, whatever is going on. Is Cupid coming, or am I going to be single for the rest of my life? It's all relationships. It's not just love. It can be even just very good friends. And then we'll go into the family. So this isn't really about family necessarily. This is more about those people that are on the other side of our lives that are our friends and loved ones. Okay, let's see. What do your guides and angels want you to know for 2024 about your relationships overall? All right, let's see. We have the Seven of Swords, but in the reverse. Ten of Cups upright. Okay. So the first thing that comes to my mind is I feel like there's a situation with respect to one of your relationships. It may be a spouse, it might be a girlfriend, boyfriend, lovers, whatever. But I feel like you thought you had it all figured out. Like this is the Ten of Cups upright. In other words, you thought this is how you're going to have the happily ever after with this relationship in whatever capacity. It doesn't have to be a lover, it can be friendship. And that your life together was going to be really good. Okay. And now I feel like there's a possibility, not that things are going to go bad for you, because when this is in the reverse, it's actually more of a positive for me. But I feel like you're going to see things the way they are. No more sneaking around, in other words. Um, Truth telling. I feel like there's going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Strategies for some of you is what I'm hearing. Strategies you're going to put in place to come up with a better happily ever after. We want to say that? There's no such thing. It's like, yes, you can be happy, but it doesn't last forever. So, in other words, you're also putting in together strategies about your belief system in this. It's like, because I say there's no such thing. In other words, you can't live in a permanent state of bliss here. It comes and goes, right? It's bits and pieces. But it's also about the belief system about that. There's no fairy tale ending here, okay? You have to remember that life has its challenges. So I feel like this is the year you're going to be looking at your own belief system about this. It's like, and it's not a bad thing. It's like maybe it's your expectations, right? It's like if you have these fairy tale ending expectations, no, you're going to be seeing truth about how things really are. And not in a negative necessarily. It's just more realistic. That's how I want to say that, Paul, too. More realistic about your relationships. And I feel like this is relationships overall. It's not just spouses or lovers. It's all relationships. It's like you're going to take some time to really delve into what is it I really want in a relationship, especially for those who are single. It's like you're going to be, I have to have my expectations. Maybe you have to dumb them down. I don't like to say that. Maybe you just have to change them. They're not as high, perhaps, because when you see the Ten of Cups upright, it's about almost unrealistic expectations. Okay. Now, for some of you, there could be, um, for some of my people here, you might be getting married this year. For some of you, the Ten of Cups in the upright can represent moving in, getting married, being together for a longer period of time. But it's not even about that. It looks good, but you have to set yourself some, I don't want to say goals, but yeah, it's about expectation. You have to have your expectations laid out with the other person, with yourself, as to what you expect going forward. Okay. Because you don't want it to end because you thought this was going to be the happy ever after and things start going to challenges and difficulties and next thing you know you're bailing, right? No, we don't want that. So you need to spend some time this year. It looks like that's what you might be doing, trying to figure out, for some of you, is this the relationship that I want to continue? And not even just that, some of you are just actually trying to figure out how you can make it better. Okay, there's some work going on here. So I'm going to pull an oracle card here just to see because it has a tinge of negativity. It's not, but the Seven of Swords upright is a very negative card. Now I feel like it's the truth will be told. That's how I'm feeling about these relationships. This relationship, whether it's this relationship you're currently in, or your idea of a relationship, or one that you will have going forward this year. Okay. Because even if you're single and you're not currently with someone, we have expectations of how we want things to go, right? Okay, let's look at what advice about this they can tell us about this situation. There's something better. Interesting. Okay. So clearly, the situation is telling us that if you are in a situation that is not satisfying you with a relationship, it's clearly telling you there is something better out there, and maybe you're wasting your time on it. But as I said, regardless of this, it's like this is the year I feel like you're actually spending time weighing your pros and cons with certain relationships this year. You're going to be trying to figure out if this is necessarily making you happy. Is this fulfilling you? Is this relationship giving you what you need? That's what I'm hearing. Giving you what you need. All right. So I know it doesn't say specifically a certain person. I feel like it's talking about more about all relationships with respect to this year for you, whether it is a love interest or a friendship. I feel like this is the discernment. This is the year of spending some time. You will spend some time focusing on this idea. Is this serve your highest good? Is this relationship giving you what you need to fulfill you? Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put these away and we're going to head right into family. Family dynamics. Oh boy. Let's see. What was 2024 propelled to say about family? Family. What can we unpack from this? Family. Okay. We have the temperance. All right. Good. Thank goodness. And the magician. Oh, I love that. Okay. So the energy is good around the family for Pal too. For the most part, it feels like it's a year of keeping the peace, things going well. It's a little bit calmer, maybe not as dysfunctional for some of you, and that you might be the one who actually helps to make this happen this year. Maybe you're the peacemaker. Maybe you're the one who's going to be trying to get people together that have not been together in the family for a long time. We're going to pull another card to see what will happen with this. What are you doing? What is it as the magician? Because the magician works like magic, right? He can do anything. Okay. at the wheel. Oh my goodness, how wonderful is that? Right. So, pile two, with family, this is your year to shine. This is things are going to go really well. It's like you won the freaking lottery. That's how I see it. It's because why? Because it's quiet or calmer or more peaceful or things are going better. That's not to say you won't have arguments and things happen, challenges. Overall, 2024, it's like you'd look back and go, oh, thank goodness. This year wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be with my family. Things are a little better. Maybe next Christmas you might look back and go, wow, things are good. Things are really good. And I even feel like this is a stellar year for some of you as far as family goes. It's a big, like it's big energy because it's all three are major arcana cards, which tells me there's something that's been going on in the family, a dysfunctional situation that is going to be resolved this year for someone in my group that's listening. Somebody is going to be able to help make things better. It could be you or someone in the family, but I feel like the piece is going to be coming together. There's some situation where it's like you can't believe it because you expected things to be really bad, maybe with these people or that person, and somehow, and I feel it's more destiny, which I know sounds like a cop out, but in other words, your spirits, your guides, your angels, God is working together to help make this happen. Okay. It looks like maybe you're the one who is, or they are, who are bringing it all together on the surface. But behind the scenes, it's actually your guides and angels and God, because it wouldn't have happened without their help, in other words. But there is a wonderful feeling of just quiet and calm this year. You know what? This is awesome. For family. In fact, I don't think I've seen a nicer reading with respect to family in a long time. So for most of you, it could just be a status quo with your family this year. Things have been good and they're just going to continue being good. And that's wonderful. It feels peaceful. Your family are the people you go to. It feels like for some of you to get your peace. That's who makes it happen. When you are with your family, you feel that inner sense of this is where I belong. Okay. So 2024 looks really nice for you, my friends, with respect to your family here. Okay. But I'm still going to pull an advice about it, just so we know. Actually, and I'm going to go back and pull an advice on the work one as well. Let's do that. But we'll do this one first. The energy's here. So we want the advice with respect to your family. Like it looks so nice. It's almost like you don't have to do anything. The wheel of fortune kicks in and everything goes well. You're at the top of your game with respect to your family. But is there anything else you need to know about that? Maybe there is. Let's see. Uh, I can't make this shut up, Paul, too. It says success. So I feel strongly for those of you who are actually helping to make a situation better, you will be successful in this. Because if there's been dysfunction in this family, you, my dear, could be the one who is instrumental in making it happen. And that is wonderful because the angels are telling you, you guys, you'll be success this year. And if it's not you, the other person will be. But I feel it's most of you, it's you, the magician. You're going to make it happen. It's like you by magic things, or by magic. That's what it feels like. Things could just suddenly improve and change. It's going to be a good year for you and your family, my dear. So pile two, let's look back at the money and career. So I'm going to set this over here and we're going to move this over here and we're going to go back to the energy surrounding the Emperor, the Knight, and the Hermit. What advice or what other information does pile two need to know with respect to the financial or job situation? Because we talked about this being a better year for you, and I'm hoping with your job situation or money, there's some stability. But what do they want you to know? Any other advice about it? Hmm, let me reshuffle that because that was just a mess. Let's try that again, my friends. All right. All right. Let's get her done. There we go. Oh, listen to your intuition. Yeah, yeah. So at some point, if there's a message that comes to you or somebody speaks to you about something, a job, you'll know if that's the right thing to do this year. You'll know that that's what you need to do. So listen to your gut. Oh, they always tell you that. That's easier said than done, right? Listen to our gut. Your gut knows good and bad. If the idea of something suddenly makes you go, ugh, or nauseous, you know. And it's hard to separate our fear from that because sometimes when it's a new situation, our fear kicks in and it usually does because we're afraid of failure. We're afraid of all the things that could happen if we jump ship or change things or in any way, right? Um, but it's telling you, pay attention, listen to your intuition. Okay, my dears. So lastly, I'm going to pull two cards. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to put all these because I have quite a few here and we need all our cards. I'm going to put them all back in the deck and I'm going to pull two cards, I believe at this point. Now, this is the extra I talked about. What I've done is I'm asking your guides and your angels, I'm reaching out to your aura and the impressions overall, and this is general, of course, won't apply to everybody. But what they want you, your guides and angels, to pay attention to this year overall. What is important? What is it important to focus on for your life journey this year, my friends? Okay. All right. Let's see. What are they trying to tell you? We have the Four of Pentacles, reverse, Four of Cups. Oh my goodness. I can't believe those two came up again. We had these in another reading and in that order. And I did shuffle. You saw. When that happens, I always say they go back in the deck and we reshuffle. We'll see, because my feeling is if they come up again, then it was meant to be, right? All right. So what do you guides and angels there want you to know? Pay attention to advice for 2024 overall, my friends. All right. Let's do it again. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Five of Cups in reverse. And Strength in reverse. Okay. And I'm going to pull the Oracle card to see that corresponds with these two cards. All right. What can you tell us that? What Oracle card goes with this? Choose a new direction. Okay. Pile two. So what's happening here is that your guides and angels are asking you to let go of some painful feelings that you're carrying. I feel like for some of you, it's just been this, you see this vortex, this like swirling, it's actually supposed to be like this, swirling, 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 swirling. That's how our emotions feel when we're in pain and we're hurting. It's like you just can't, it just goes round and round and round. So, your guides and angels, if you're carrying any negative emotions this year, which we all do, but I'm talking emotions from a situation from now or prior that is giving you problems. Maybe it's negative emotions about a job or a love interest or a family situation, whatever it happens to be. You need to let those go. It's sucking the life out of you. Whatever situation this applies to, your guys are telling you, no, it's zapping your strength, it's taking away from you, it's taking your energy, and you don't need to do that. It's asking you to choose a new direction. It could be with respect to anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be walking away from a relationship. Maybe if it's a negative situation, you just need to try something new in that situation. Doesn't mean you have to leave it necessarily. And for some of you, you may have to leave physically. Might just be a mental emotional leaving. But it asks you to let them go. There needs to be some forgiveness here too. I'm hearing on some people's parts. There's a situation you need to let it go. It could even be around a negative situation in a friendship or job, whatever it happens to be that you're in right now, going forward into 2024. This is the year your guides and angels are telling you, let it go. Please let it go and choose a new direction, my friends, because all it's going to do is it's taking your energy away that you need, and not just physical, emotional, mental energy that you need to have to focus on the year ahead. Okay. All right, my friends, pile two. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And we will stay tuned. Next week, we'll be back to our regular weekly predictions. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now. Well, hi, pile three. We are going to get started on your 2024 predictions. And the first place we are looking at is going to be with finances and career, because they go hand in hand. Whether you have a job or you don't have a job, obviously you don't have any money. If you don't have a job and you don't have a job, you need money, right? You need money to live. And oh, yeah, well, you know the whole story. It all goes hand in hand. So let's look at career and finances together. What's coming for you this year overall? What can you show us? Let's see. Knight of Swords, Ten of Cups. Ooh, upright. Ah, boy, this is really good. Okay, my friends, some of you, and this is more in relation to your career. Okay. Some I'll pull another card after when we see about finances. But I'm really feeling this is about a job situation. There could be, well, I want to say number one, for some of you, depending on what the card that comes next, this could be an ending to a job. And when I say ending, I'm but in a good way. I would most likely say because now you are at the end of your fulfillment of what you need to do. Some of us, that's retirement. It's like I have put in the time and the effort, and I've been happy enough overall. It's time now for me. Some of you are putting your notice in, actually. I'm hearing that. This is about sending emails and messages telling that you're going to be this is the end for you in your career, not because you're unhappy, it's just because it's the time to go. And you could even be that maybe there is a better job situation for you that you're going into, but let's just see overall like what that next card for some of you could be with that. All right, let's look at it. Strength in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, for a lot of you, and this is very specific, retirement, or even, yeah, it's like you've reached the end of a good run. You're getting tired. It's time to move on. There's something better on the other side for you with respect to a new job or a new situation with your career. And yes, it can be a new job. And it's not, like I say, it's not that you've been unhappy in your job. I feel like overall it's been good for you, but it's just time to go. I feel like there might be something better. So I would pull an oracle card and see what this is telling us. Okay. All right. Listen to your intuition. This card just keeps coming up. So yeah, if you and you know, right? I'm going to pull a second one after, but I also have another situation coming through. But yeah, if you know it's time, do it. Make the jump. There's never a right time, my friends, if it's time. And I can easily tell you because I was really nervous about retiring, thinking, what am I going to do with myself? How am I going to fill the days? So am I going to have enough money? There's all the what ifs, right? Because it's a big deal. If it also, if you're ending an emotional situation in with respect to your career. So in other words, when I say emotional situation, it's been a positive, but it's done. And I know we talked, I mentioned. Maybe it's like, you know what? It gave me what I needed for that time. But now I need something else. That's what I'm hearing. It's like it satisfied me. It made me feel good. I felt like I was doing the right thing. It gave me satisfaction, fulfillment. But now It's starting to drain you. It's starting to show that it's not doing it for you, right? Okay. And for some of you, this might happen very fast, pile three. This could be something very quick. You might get a message about a job or a message about something that's going to be the catalyst that moves you forward. This is about moving forward because this is an ending right here. Not a negative ending. It's a good ending. It's what's supposed to happen. It's like we all have these periods in our life we're supposed to go through. And this to me is more about that's where you're supposed to be moving forward. So listen to your intuition. We're going to pull another card about this. And there could be somebody in your life, I was going to say this, that could be helping push you in that direction to do this, whether it's getting a different job or retiring. It's time to go. Maybe you have a family member or a spouse or a loved one that's saying, come on, or even a coworker. I'm going to go, let's go together, whatever the case is, okay? So you start feeling like this is something you need to be considering this year. This is the year 2024 for you, my friends. So for my friends who do are thinking of retirement, this could be it. And it's not even about money. I feel like it's about you're worried. What am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do to make me happy? Work gave me what I needed for my career, what I'm supposed to do. It gave me that fulfillment I needed in my emotions. So it's like, there's that feeling of, "Ugh." So it's not about the money that's been bothering you. I feel like it's more about, before you make this jump, I feel like it's more about your emotions. Okay. It satisfied you, your job. And that's wonderful. If you're happy in your job, quit. Keep working. If you enjoy it, it is great. But I feel like some of you may even be having some health issues, and I don't read health, but your strength is being taken away. So it might be impacting your health, or your health is the impact that makes you leave. Perhaps it's time now. I don't know how long I'll have to be healthy and well and strong. So it might be that this is the time you need now to do it. It's like, nope, no more waiting. Okay. It also, same thing with if it's a new job, a new career, a new position. Um, or for those of you that are staying in your job, there's been a situation in this job. And I'm going to say a situation, I'm going to say more whether it's a project or how you feel when you're at work. There's there's somebody here that maybe you work with, for some of you, that has really helped you in a lot of ways. Now, for whatever reason, perhaps maybe they're gone. They may not be there anymore. It's not the same. Okay. Listen to your intuition. All right. What other card do you want to send up with this situation? No. A no. So in other words, when I see that, it's not no, don't leave. No, don't tolerate this. If this situation is having a negative impact, or your life right now is at a point where you need to make this decision, then no is the answer to whether or not it's good for you. For the most part, I'm hearing from most of you, not everybody, because I would never tell you what to do. It's up to you. You'll know if this is the right decision. So it's saying no to staying because you feel there's an obligation, perhaps, right? Oh my gosh, I can't make this up. I just turned it. You're ready. Okay. You know what that means, my friends. In whatever capacity, you're ready. And like I say, this is more about, I feel like it's more about jobs, not so much about money. But again, as we know, hand in hand, right? Okay, I will gather these up. We're going to now look at our relationships, right? Relationships of all kinds, and that refers to our spouses, lovers, friends, acquaintances, even ourselves sometimes. Okay, wasn't a great shuffle, but maybe it's supposed to be that way. All right, there we go. And let me see. What do your guides and angels want you to know about this situation going forward with your relationships in 2024? How's that going to be? What do they want you to know? overall. And as I say, it's not the whole year is going to be like this. This is just sort of a major thing they want you to pay attention to. Okay. We have the King of Wands, but he's in the reverse. I hate to tell you, that's not a good thing. All right. The sun dims it with this. Okay. All right. And judgment in the upright. Judgment and the sun in the upright are very good. But what I'm feeling is there is, in your relationships, there's a male energy. He thinks he's all that. There could be some arrogance there. There could be the negative traits of the King of Wands is what I'm seeing. He thinks he is, he's it. I feel like he thinks he runs everything. Like he's the one who's the boss. He's the one that's going to be, um, oh, you know what I'm hearing? Free. I'm free. I'm free. Because you know what happens when you stand too close to the sun? You get burned. So it's kind of like telling you if you want your freedom and your joy and happiness. Sometimes the King of Wands in the reverse can even be a narcissistic person. And I know that's extreme, but there could be a person in your relationship, one of your important relationships, that is acting in that capacity. Okay. And like I say, when you get too close to the narcissist, you get burned, you get hurt. So there's a judgment card here, and I feel like this could be you. Yeah, you're freeing yourself from that situation. It's also talking about weighing the pros and the cons to me. You're making a judgment. It's not a negative judgment. It's almost like, okay, that's easy. It's done. I wouldn't say easy. No ending is easy, but it's a no-brainer. In other words, it's like, I don't need to spend a lot of time judging this situation for its merits. It's pretty obvious. And this could be in any relationship. It could even be dating. Okay. And if this is referring to a relationship with self, okay, because sometimes it does talk about those relationships, you need to break free from this attitude. If you are suffering from any kind of feelings of arrogance, I want to say arrogance keeps coming up in my mind. But if you have a tendency to project to other people this year that you are better than maybe they are, maybe you brag about things. I'm not saying this is 100%, this is definitely not for everybody. This is specific. You need to break free from that. Take a hard look at yourself and say, what is it about me people are not responding to? I feel like there's well, you stay away. People are going to, you're not going to, if suddenly people are not with you and you feel like, have you lost some friends? Have things been not going well? Take a good look. Shine the light on yourself. What is it? And I'm not saying you're narcissist. What negative characteristics am I bringing out? Take a hard look at yourself. That's what it means. Maybe you are portraying yourself. You may not think you are, but maybe you aren't as humble, coming across as humble as maybe you should be. So I feel most of you, this is with respect to an actual male energy in your life who could be acting not so nice. There are some negative traits he's come out with. He's a braggy kind of guy or girl. Could be a woman too. It doesn't have to be a male. It comes across as the King of Wands. King of Wands is very successful, but he's in the reverse. So he's coming across as insecure because he spends a lot of time making himself look better than what he really is. Okay. So you need to shed some light on that and say, you know what? I am not tolerating this. And it could be a friendship, it could be anything. I'm done with that. We're going to move on. So let me also pull an advice card with respect to that relationship situation. All right, my friends, what can you tell them about relationships overall for 2024? Wow. Listen to your intuition again. I swear, right? How many times have I pulled this card today? I'm going to pull a second one. It's getting to be like, I know I shuffled. Anyways, this card, it does clearly fall in line with the situation. So that's probably what they want you to hear. If this seems to be a situation that you know this person is not acting at their best, or you, listen to your gut. You getting those red flags again? Let's see what else they want you to know about this situation. Wow. I can't make this up. Okay. So we have a timeline card on this. That's what I love about this deck. We have within the next few months. This could potentially be coming up in the first quarter of 2024, is what it's saying, this situation with relationships. So pay attention to that, that it feels like you're going to make a judgment for your highest good. And let's just see where that judgment leads you about this person. It looks like you will break free, but let's just see. So for some of you, this person is just not doing it for you this year. All right. Let me see where the judgment goes for you. Page of Wands. Upright though. It's like, nope, I'm happy, 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 happy. Look at that. It's almost like it's just like a kid again, he or she, in this case. They're free. I'm free from this person. And this could be an acquaintance. It doesn't have to be a lover or a spouse. It could be just you've met somebody, they're just, you right away get the heebie jeebies about them. You listen to your intuition. And so within the next few months, this person is going to be center stage in your life in 2024. And it looks to me like you're going to say, see ya. I don't need to listen to this person. Okay. Wouldn't want to be you. Anyways, let's move on to family because what is more interesting is not necessarily family. Everybody loves to hear about their love life or relationships. But having said that, our family does affect our lives. We love them. Maybe we don't. Maybe there's dysfunction. Whatever the case, let's see what's going to happen, pile three, for you with respect to your family dynamic and what's going on in 2024 overall. What scenarios? Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, right away, I've already got a good feeling about her. And we have the Empress. Ooh, she's reversed. And finally, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So for some of you this year, and again, this is very specific, you want to become a mother. I know, doesn't apply to very many, does it? But it's not looking like this year is going to go well, but it could be uppermost in your mind. Now, having said that, there are some of you that are new mothers this year who are listening to this, and you've got such a wonderful energy around the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Upright, not in reverse. But the Empress tells me that potentially for some of you, you might not be taking care of yourself very well. This could be, and I don't necessarily mean that physically, although it does often pertain for me, but I feel like there's a lack of putting yourself first this time. And new mothers wouldn't, right? You're a new mother. The kids come first. That's just the way it is. But I'm feeling that that's not doing you any favors. You need to spend some time taking care of self. You want to be, and for some of you, specific, this is spending time with your own mother. Okay. And for those of you who have a good relationship with your mom, then this is the year of that. This is and for a lot of you, so that's one area. But that, again, these are very specific. What else I'm also hearing is this could be the year you need to look after your mom. There's or a mother figure. Maybe there's a stepmother. Maybe there's a mother-in-law. Maybe there is a woman who's been like a mother to you this year. I feel like she needs taking care of. Perhaps she's a senior and she's struggling. The Six of Pentacles, I don't feel like there's a lot of money, or you're not getting any help with it. For some of you, you're just not getting the help maybe from your family that you'd hoped for. Um, it's not out there. You're doing it on your own, my friends. I feel like that's what's going on. And it could take its toll on your relationships with your family and on yourself. Okay. So you need to be aware that there has to be give and take in this situation. If you have other siblings, that this needs them to be also helping you in this case. And sometimes we have to be a little assertive. So I'm going to pull, because it feels a little bit negative here, I want to pull some cards about this. And there is another scenario I'm hearing, but we want to see, we'll deal with this one first. What do they want you to know? Oh my gosh. Again, listen to the intuition. I'm putting it back in the deck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guides and angels. But that one is going bye-bye. We're going to pull a different one this time. You see all the cards in this deck, right? And that one keeps coming up. Oh, there we go. That's the one. If you believe. If you believe. Okay. So what that tells me about this scenario is if you believe that you need help, reach out. Don't try to do this alone. Scenario. Okay. That goes for anybody. That goes for mother, new mother story, but my arm is really itchy. I wonder if that's like your hands. Does that mean money? No. Anyways, what it is, it means that the air is dry here. The Queen of Pentacles, this situation for anybody who's wanting to become a mother, or who has just become a new mother this year, if you need help, reach out. Even if it's to your own mother or a mother figure, you need to do that because this is the year where I feel like you might get a little overwhelmed. It might be too difficult for you, and it might take its toll on you looking after self. Okay. For those of you who have to look after a mother or mother figure this year and you're doing it alone and you're struggling, please reach out. If you believe that you can't handle it, don't try to take this on as yourself alone. Okay. It's not going to serve you any purpose. For some of you, there is this woman, this mother. Oh, I'm hearing mother's passed, mother's gone. So if your mother has crossed over this year and you're struggling, this is something that we struggle with at different times in our life once they've passed. It's like you might think everything's going well, and then all of a sudden grief comes back. I feel like you are not, again, you're not taking care of you with respect to this grief. I feel like you need to get help. Okay. And it may not be from a family member. It could be. Maybe you can reach out to other family members to talk about them, to spend time with them, try to process or get professional help. I always recommend professional help, especially when it comes to losing a mother. It's so hard, or a mother figure, somebody who was really close to us. We miss them. We love them. They are there for us. They are still there for us, even in spirit, but it's not the same, is it? We want them there. We want to hear their voice. Okay. There's also energy around, I'm getting a lot of information here. There's energy around the Queen of Pentacles that's not a very good one. I feel like she's possibly, and I can say this because my own family, I feel like she may be herself. She's not taking care of herself. She is not doing well. For some of them, it could be dementia. For some, it's just old age, or maybe she's depressed. But there's a mother figure here that is not doing well in some capacity. And I know I talked about you helping them. So it's like they're not getting help. They're not getting what they need. Maybe you're able to help them financially, even. Could be, but maybe you're not because the Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. It's too expensive. You don't have the money to help them. You're going to have to do it yourself, or you're going to have to look out and get other members of the family to help you. Okay. So let me pull another card on that. And for family otherwise, if this does not relate to a mother figure, but I am hearing mother figure. It's like I say, it could be an aunt. It doesn't have to be an actual mother, but there's some mother figure in your life this year who is starting to go downhill. I feel in some capacity. It's like they're just the general energy overall is they're just not being able to take care of themselves and you want to be able to help them, but maybe you just can't afford to. There's other ways, maybe even your time, you're not able to be there for them. But this is when you need to call upon other resources and other people. Okay, let's see what other advice they can offer you on this situation with your family. What other advice? Okay, a year from now. All right, so we're going to look at what this means. This is a timing card. So a year from now, it may not even happen right away with this situation. This could be a deterioration going up to a year from now. So by the end of this year, 2024, coming up, you might be looking at this situation and saying, "Oh, I remember that reading." It could happen then. Or the other scenario I'm hearing that point, a year from now, you might be in a better position to help them in some way, okay? Or that you yourself might be in a better position. Maybe things improve for you. If this is in relation to how you're feeling and you feel like you're alone in this situation, like you're not getting any help from your family, it's very general, in whatever way, maybe you're not, maybe you're going through a funk, a depression, you putting on a happy face, but it's not necessarily you're feeling happy. Maybe you're depressed. I feel like a year from now, things could really improve for you. It's a good card. All right. Or this particular situation will be coming up for you. Okay, my friends. So that is the three areas. I did say we're going to have an added bonus at the end. So here it is. What you're getting is an actual message from your guides and angels about 2024, and this is overall. What do they want to tell you overall about this year that you need to know? Okay. Oh, goodness, they don't want me to truffle either, but I am going to because clearly we need to. So I'm going to pull two cards on this subject and then one on the oracle, and we'll wrap her up the 2024 predictions. Okay, what do you need to know from your guides and angels overall about this year? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so overall, I'm seeing is that if you've put your focus, well, you know what? Hang on. Let's get this going first. Not listen to your intuition. This is not that. We're not going there. What do you want them to know, guides and angels, about this situation going forward? If you believe again, holy, so it is an important, this is an important oracle card. That's only the second time I pulled it, so we're going to keep it. There is going to be a time this year where you feel like you've not, okay, let me rephrase that. If you look back this year and you think that you haven't been successful, maybe this year don't feel like you've done anything. You've managed to, it's you, in other words, you haven't been able to be successful. What is important to you this year? Okay. It may be more focused around finances or jobs or just your home life in general, but it is about what you value in life. That's what it is. The general things you value in life. You're feeling this year, they're telling you, even though it doesn't look like you're doing well, it's because you believe that. It's like you've already set yourself up to fail. You know what I mean? It's like, or the other thing is, so in other words, you need to believe that you can do it. You're probably your own worst enemy, is what the guys are telling me. And I'm going to, if you believe, and what else? We'll pull the second one. All right. Look for a sign. Okay, yes, that's a good one too. Okay, so I'm feeling that so this year for you, you need to pay attention to what comes your way, signs. We always talk about signs because this is the year for you. And it's not just, it's not that you're going to fail this year. That's not what they're telling you. What they're telling you is that when you feel those times that things are not going your way, It's because you've gotten in your way. Okay. You need to believe that you are capable. You are a good person. You can do this. I mean, sometimes we're not meant to do well. So that's what they're trying to say. Look for a sign. It could just be a timing situation this year. Okay. It could be that you're not doing well, or this time during 2024, you're not going to be successful at certain things. Okay. Or maybe they just won't work for you. But you have to believe that you can do it. And I will give you a good example. This mediumship I've been studying, there's no way I would have ever thought I could do that. If somebody had told me I'd be doing speaking to loved ones from the other side, I'd say you're crazy. You have to believe in what you can do. And when it comes, it will come through. So, whatever things in life that you value, that are important to you and but haven't been coming your way, maybe you haven't been doing a good job, people aren't seeing you in a certain light, it's because you have convinced yourself you can't do it. Look for a sign from spirit. Talk to spirit. All right, my friends, I hope you have a happy new year and a great 2024. And I will see you next week in my regular weekly predictions. And I look forward to that. Take care and bye for now.